Well, today wraps up Homelessness Awareness Month, but the year-round goal for IHS is to advocate and create awareness for the houseless population on Oahu. It's the reason I'm joined by November Morris and Jerry Johnston this morning. Thank you guys so much for joining me. You guys do this all year round, but it takes a special kind of person to step up and be that advocate for the community. Jerry, I know you have your own story that's super inspiring.
Yeah, I started out at, I just really want to let you know that people are not immune to homelessness. I started out my life, in poverty. My mom was a single mom, and turned out you get a good job, you get your education. I had a master's degree. And when sometimes trauma hits your family, people can get sick, things can happen. And I won't go too deep into it, but I ended up at the shelter in Kahalu with First Assembly of God. And through that, I met IHS, which was helping out with the paperwork. And the gal that was before me, she wanted to offer the position, and that's how I met Novi.
Well, so important, not only the services, but the resources you guys provide. And you guys are both in the employment division. So you guys are providing the opportunities for folks saying, hey, we want to make a change in our lives. We want to make a difference. And you guys are really helping facilitate that first step.
Yeah, absolutely. Novi, why don't you share about our program?
Yeah, so, we've, for the past 5 years, we average helping about over 20 people a month to get hired. So that's almost one person every work day of the month. We're just really good at it. We've been doing it for a long time. The main thing is what we first focus on is relieving the barriers to employment, right? So why is it that someone can't work? Well, maybe it's transportation, so we provide bus passes. Maybe it's childcare. Maybe it's clothing. They don't have interview clothes or work clothes. We help them with that. It could be haircuts, toiletries. We really try and relieve, all the barriers to employment so that way they can just focus on getting the job, right? So once that happens, then it's about motivation, right? It's about motivating them, helping them find their work identity. Like, what do they want to be? What's their interests? And then we match them up with our employers who we partner with to provide an interview, and hopefully they get hired on. So generally it takes about, for the average person, if they're ready to work, we can get them hired within 2 weeks easily.
I think a really big part of your job is breaking down those misconceptions that the public has about a community that is more vulnerable in the community. How do you go about that, and how do you say, this is okay, I want to open the door and lay everything out on the table to provide the best services for you?
Yeah, so what we do is we work with businesses directly, so they know that they're hiring people that are getting back into the workforce or need to get a better job, or even a second job. So they already, the stigma is already kind of addressed right at the onset. So once that happens, if they hire one of our clients that we refer, we support them 3 months throughout the employment. So it reduces their turnover for the employer. So the employers like that because they're being supported not only internally by their, by the supervisors, but by us as a program, so that it's going to reduce the likelihood of that person wanting to quit or leave, abruptly. Right.
Novi, Jerry, thank you so much for everything that you've done this month and every single day of the year. We really appreciate it. And for more information on IHS, you can visit our website at kitv.com.